Hello my YouTube friends and subscribers. This will be the last video on the DIY kitchen which we obtained from B&Q. We just quickly go through some of the difficulties and the advantages that we encountered along the way during the fitting process. Okay, why did we choose B&Q? Well, the price was very good. Quality is excellent in my opinion, and the availability of parts, any bits and pieces you might need as you go along the way. You can hop down to your local shed and pick up any panels or pieces that might be missing or damaged. Some things I like are the thick juicy end panels, which are about 19mm. The foil wraps right around the corners, so that that's much nicer for cleaning. Same with the doors. There's no joins on the corners there. The drawers seem to be pretty robust, and they come with something like a 25-year guarantee, soft close. Beautiful, nice sliding action. The corner units are quite nice. The doors close nicely on themselves and form a lovely corner fitting there. Now I guess the only downside, if you wanted to be critical, is the time it takes to actually put these boxes together. Obviously that's part of the deal, but some of the instructions leave a bit to be desired. You don't actually get instructions as we would know it. You get pictures and you have to figure out for yourself how to put these boxes together. And I must confess, even though I've had a little bit of experience on this sort of stuff before, there's a couple of times I had to take stuff to pieces and put it back together differently due to making mistakes. We successfully managed to get the boiler into a cupboard here. That was quite a nice achievement, to have the boiler hidden from view. The only downside was, of course, the unit is about 1 metre, I think, and then we had this void at the end which took quite a bit of time to construct a narrow cupboard in such a way that the pelmet ran across and into the end, and the, what do you call that bit, the cornice, also ran across. I didn't particularly want to have a door on this little narrow piece here. So that's where a bit of time went. Obviously doing these little fill-ins, that uses quite a bit of time up as well, but you know, that's part of the job. More time gets spent on filling in these narrow spaces which don't quite suit a cupboard, but are necessary to make the kitchen look complete. The same thing down here, as unusual shaped space, which we turned into some kind of a box. Couldn't fill the back in. Didn't want to enclose it completely because, as you can see, the magnetic gizmo for the central heating lives down there. Also the sockets that operate the oven, the extractor and the hob. We spent quite a lot of time fiddling about with this chimney extractor, which you would have seen on one of the other videos. That was quite time consuming, but I think it was worth it in the end. Now the worktops, you will have seen in my other video how we cut these and made them fit the space available. These are from Zenith, they're called compact laminate. £220 for a 3 metre length. It comes £6.50, so you've got room to take the back off if your room's not square. So we needed 3 of those. Very hard stuff to cut, but in my opinion it's a lovely finish and I'm happy enough with that. This particular stainless steel sink was chosen for a couple of reasons. One being that it's not reversible. That is to say, you don't have to put up with a really great blob on this side here to fill the spare hole. I mean, who gets up in the morning and thinks, oh, I'll turn my sink round for something to do? This one is actually made by the people who make Argos, or at least it's branded Rangemaster, and it has a lovely massive bowl that you can actually get a whole frying pan in there. So that's a nice little luxury item. Some fairly basic cheap taps, which I chose because I wanted to have full bore taps, not quarter turn, because the water pressure is a bit low here. The splashback for the hob came from an internet company. I think that cost about £140, including the adhesive stuff, which is basically silicone. This design is one of my own pictures of something which you can have a guess at and leave in the comments below if you'd like to, before I reveal what it is. But that is nice. You can get plain ones or ready-made pictures, or submit your own pictures to get your splashback. That takes about a week to come. Just sticks on the wall with silicone. Getting a built-in microwave turned out to be A, more expensive than I anticipated, and B, it left a void underneath, which I didn't quite know what to do, but in the end I obtained a drawer kit and created a panel for the front out of some spare offcuts, and we turned that space into a drawer. Okay, now you'll be wanting to know, what did all this lot cost? So let's have a look at the numbers now. This literally was the back of an envelope design, which I emailed over to various kitchen suppliers, and that's how we wound up with B&Q. I went down to my local B&Q, and the young lady down there was really helpful, and she quickly knocked up a price for me for everything that we came up with in the design, and you can see what it was there. I think I actually paid another £50 for delivery. The worktops came out at I think £660 plus 50 quid for the special adhesive and joining kit, the biscuits and all that stuff. The sink, I think that was 220. The taps, I don't know what they were, cheap, £30 maybe, 40 something. What else have we got? The extractor hood, that was 175. I think that came from B&Q. The splashback, I think that was around about, as I say, 125, 140 or something. And the microwave was, I think that was 150. So in total, I think our price that we paid for parts and bits and pieces was around about £4,000. Now, I had my electrician friend over here as a spare pair of hands a couple of times, so he had a drink. He also did some electrical work, and that was about our cost. I don't think this kitchen has cost more than £4,500, and I'm going to call it done. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found that reasonably interesting. This has just been a simple DIY kitchen from B&Q, flat pack. and we're not trying to save the world here. We're not professional builders. This is the sort of stuff we do to amuse ourselves because we love doing DIY jobs. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, you'll be able to see what else we get up to around the home and when we're trying to fix the old car we've got parked outside. Thanks again for watching.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.